Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I just received a bunch of accessories for my Triumph Street Triple. So let's go ahead and take a look what came in the boxes and let's get it installed on the bike. Alright guys, so here we are. I got a couple things here from Eazi-Grips. We have a tank grips and a center tank pad. Now the next couple of things is a Billet oil fill cap and an oil dipstick, also Billet. Alright, next on the list is a Paddock stand Bobbins in red. I thought it would give a nice little red accents to the accents that's already on the bike. Next thing on the list is the windscreen. So this thing is in smoke black. I think it'll complement the bike nicely. This is an OEM Triumph part. They seem to be pretty much out of stock almost everywhere, so I had to wait a little bit, but it is here. Next thing on the list is a tail tidy. Alright. I think that will make bike look really nice, getting rid of that big long tail that comes on a bike. And last but not least for today is a grill guard. I think that's pretty much a must, especially on this bike since the grill is so big and covers a lot of forward face. So tons of rocks on the road. Might as well spend a couple of bucks and get the radiator protected. So without wasting too much time, let's get everything installed on the bike. Alright, so first let's go ahead and install the grill guard. Basically what I'm thinking of doing, because it's mounting at this point, I'm just going to loosen up this bolt, see if I could just loosen it up and get this thing removed. Do the same thing on the other side. Maybe I don't have to remove this trim piece altogether. Alright. Next, let's do the dipstick. Again, very quickly, full comparison. Here's the plastic stock one versus the billet. Okay. Yeah, super difficult, as you can see, but looks really nice, at least to me. Next on the list is a Paddock stand Bobbins. You know, they're super difficult to install, as you can see. Get it nice and tight, but not super tight. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Next up let's get the Eazi-Grip tank pads installed. Next up is the windscreen. Triumph does not provide any instructions, so let's see what we can do with this. Alright guys, a couple of quick notes. I mentioned that Triumph does not come with install instructions, which is not totally true. What they do provide you is this insert with a QR code. Basically, you can use your smartphone. It'll take you to the link where you type in the part number and it will give you the install instructions. However, they give you the install instructions for the part that you're installing, but if there's anything that needs to be disassembled, they don't really give you any info on that. So, which is where I am right now. So, looking at this front piece, I thought this is going to be fairly simple, fairly straightforward install. Well, I was wrong. So, there are 4 bolts here, one on each side, and then if you look further down, there's another bolt that is hidden here. Same thing on the other side. Well, I thought that was all that I needed to get this off or have this piece removed. That's not the case. There seems to be at least one more bolt under, or I should say right above the lights and right behind this front fascia, which means only one thing. I cannot get to that, so I do have to drop the lights at the very least. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna drop the lights. Seems like it's just these 2 bolts right here that should give me the access to that. Obviously I may need to remove the harness as well. Now another thing too to note, and it's hard to see it, let me see if I can get the light to show you what I'm talking about. So kind of important, when you do remove the light, you see there's 2 little lines, one on the bottom piece, the metal bracket that keeps the lights to the frame, and one right above it was little markings. So you just want to make sure you line up the lights when you reinstall it back with these markings exactly as they are before you remove the lights, okay? So, as I said, there is a hidden bolt right under this front piece, so the only way to really get to it is to remove the front headlight. Not a big deal. 4 bolts, bolt here, here, and as I mentioned, 2 under. Okay, so let's get this removed. That should give me an access to move the gauge cluster out of the way to get to here. I believe there's another hidden bolt underneath in the front. Okay. Alright guys, so as expected, once I remove that bolt, that gives me enough access to move the cluster out of the way to get to this last and hopefully final bolt by what it looks like to me to get this front piece out. Alright, so let's get that out. Alright guys, so here we are. As I said, this was the last bolt, so this thing is out. Let's go ahead and install the windscreen. Alright guys, so this is the hardware that comes with the kit. So 2 of these fasteners will mount. Okay, try it again. They'll mount right in this place. Okay, that's 1, and that's 2. Okay, and to mount the screen is pretty straightforward. So if you look closely, hopefully you can see it on the camera, there are 2 edges here, and there are little clips on each side of the screen, so they need to go under these edges, right? Oops, let's not do that. All right, so they'll pop right in under, and then you will get something like this. And basically you use the 2 included screws to hold the screen in place, and everything goes right back on a bike. All right, so let's do that. All right guys, the windscreen is on. Let's get it back on a bike. There's a bolt on this side. There's a bolt under right here. Same thing on the other side. Right here and right here. And then there's a bolt under. Okay, that's what keeps this front fascia and the gauge cluster in place. Okay, but in order to get to this bolt, I had to take off the headlights. Okay, so let's get the headlights on, and we are done with this part. Alright guys, and last but not least, let's go ahead and install the tape. Removal of the stock piece is super simple. There's just 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 harness. There are washers in each for each bolt. Keep those, don't get rid of them. And same goes for the rubber gasket here, it stays as well. Next step is to disassemble the stock tailpiece to remove the turn signals, stock turn signals, if you're going to reuse them, which I am, and also go ahead and remove the stock harness, because that is going to be reused with the new LED light for the license plate, okay, and the stock turn signals. Quick note, they make it simple for you. They mark 2 sets of wires with red tape. That's your right turn signal, and the unmarked one is the left turn signal, okay? And that is obviously your license plate light, which I'm going to use was the new LED light, okay? Also, another quick note, I mean, obviously if you're disassembling it, you'll be able to see this, but again, super simple. Black goes to black, and then the white goes to the corresponding color, whether green or blue. Hopefully you can see this. I didn't really want to bore you with all the wiring while I was installing it, but basically stock harness goes back to exactly where it was, plugged in. You have your left side and right side, as I mentioned. Red is right, and the other side is nothing. Plug them in exactly as they were, black to black and white to the corresponding other color, right? And the new LED license plate light goes back to this little adapter that comes with the kit and back into the plug. It's a plug and play configuration that the stock light was plugged into, okay? Before we clean everything up, I'm just gonna turn the bike on just to check, make sure all the lights are working as they are supposed to, and then I'll clean up the wiring and put the pillion back on. One thing before I go, I just wanted to give a quick honorable mention to 2 accessories that I did already install on my bike before I did this video. So for my phone, I do use a rock form mount because I use a rock form case on my phone as well, and a stem mount. So I will leave the links to both of those in the description. And for my vlogging, I do use a GoPro mount. And same goes for this. I will leave the link in the description if anyone's looking for a pretty nice mount for a GoPro. Alright guys, so that will do it for today for the accessories install on my 2022 Triumph Street Triple 765R. I do have several more accessories on the way, so do stay tuned for that. If you liked the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.